Chapter 2. "Good evening," said Lucy, but the fawn was so busy picking up its parcels that at first it did not reply. When it had finished, it made her a little bow. "Good evening," said the fawn. "Excuse me, I don't want to be inquisitive, but should I be right thinking that you are a daughter of Eve?" "My name's Lucy," she said, not quite understanding him. "But you are, forgive me, a daughter of Eve?" "Of course I'm a girl," said Lucy. "You are, in fact, human?" "Of course I'm human," said Lucy, still a little puzzled. "To be sure, said the fawn. How stupid of me! But I've never seen a son of Adam or a daughter of Eve before." "I am delighted. That is to say," and then it stopped, as if it had been going to say something that it had not intended, but in fact remembered just in time. Delighted. "Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Tumnus." "I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Tumnus," said Lucy. May I ask, O Lucy, daughter of Eve, how have you come into Narnia?" "This is the land of Narnia," said the fawn. "Where you are now, all that lies between the lamp-post and the great castle of Car Paravel on the eastern sea. And you have come from the wild woods of the west?" "Oh, no, I got in through the wardrobe." "In the spare room," said Lucy. "Ah," said Mr. Tumnus in a rather melancholy voice. "If only I had worked harder on geography when I was a little fawn, I should no doubt know about this strange country. Probably too late now." "Oh, but they aren't countries," said Lucy, almost laughing. "It's only just back there. At least, oh, I'm not sure. It's summer there." "Meanwhile," said Mr. Tumnus, "it is winter in Narnia, and has been for ever so long. And we shall both catch cold if we stand here talking in the snow, daughter of Eve, from the far land of Spare Oom, and the eternal summer reigns around. The bright city of Wardrobe. How would it be if you came to have tea with me?" "Thank you very much, Mr. Tumnus," said Lucy, "but I was wondering whether I ought to be getting back." "Oh, it's just round the corner, just over there," said the fawn. "And there'll be a roaring fire, and toast, and sardines, and cake." "Well, it's very kind of you," said Lucy, "but I shan't be able to stay long." "If you will take my arm, daughter of Eve," said Mr. Tumnus, "I shall be able to hold the umbrella over both of us. That's the way. Now off we go." And so Lucy found herself walking through the wood, arm in arm with the strange creature, as if they'd known each other all of their lives. They had not gone far before they came to a place where the ground became rough, and there were rocks all about, and little hills up and down. At the bottom of one small valley, Mr. Tumnus suddenly turned aside, as if he was going to walk straight into an unusually large rock. But at the last moment, Lucy found that he was leading her into the entrance of a cave. As soon as they were inside, she found herself blinking in the light of the wood fire. Then Mr. Tumnus stooped and took a flaming piece of wood out of the fire with a neat little pair of tongs and little lamp. "Now, we shan't be long," he said, and immediately put the kettle on. Lucy thought she had never been in a nicer place. It was a little dry, clean cave of reddish stone, with a carpet on the floor and two little chairs. "One for me and one for my friend," said Mr. Tumnus, "and a table and a dresser and a mantelpiece over the fire, and above that a picture of an old fawn with a grey beard. In one corner there was a door which Lucy thought must lead to Mr. Tumnus's bedroom, and on one wall was a shelf full of books." Lucy looked at these while he was setting out the tea things. They had titles like "The Life and Letters of Silius and Nymphs, and Their Ways of Men, Monks, and Gamekeepers." A study in popular legend. Is man a myth? Now, daughter of Eve, said the fawn. And it really was a wonderful tea. There was a nice brown egg, lightly boiled, for each of them. And then sardines on toast. And then buttered toast. And then toast with honey. And a sugar-topped cake. And when Lucy was tired of eating, the fawn began to talk. He had wonderful tales to tell her of life in the forest. He told her about the midnight dances, and how the nymphs who lived in the wells and the dryads who lived in the trees, they came to dance with the fawns. About long hunting parties after the milk-white stag, who would give you wishes if you caught him. About feasting and treasure-seeking with the wild red dwarfs in the deep mines and caverns far beneath the forest floor. And then about the summer, when the woods were green and old Silius and his fat donkey would come to visit them, and sometimes Brachus himself. And then the streams would run with wine instead of water, and the whole forest would give itself up to jollification for weeks and weeks on end. Not that it isn't always winter now, he added gloomily. Then, to cheer himself up, he took out from his case in the dresser a strange little flute that looked as if it was made of straw. He began to play. And the tune he played made Lucy want to cry and laugh and dance and go to sleep all at the same time.